I want to ask you some quick fire questions. So let's kick off. If you could foil anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would it be? Where would you go?
Caribbean near Antigua, probably. That's one of my favorite spots to kite foil. Nice flat water. You can cross from island to island. It's not the safest. I wouldn't recommend it, but I have done it. Tell my parents, but yeah, I'd definitely be Antigua, Puerto Rico, that kind of area. It's nice and warm, windy.
And what's your favorite front wing at the moment, and why?
It's hard. I'm gonna cheat on kite foiling a little bit and say that it's the Glide 625 for pair winging.
Yeah.
It's this little I think 8.6 aspect ratio nugget of a wing that has a slightly different profile than the larger sizes that keeps a lot of its low end. And the way you can just roll it from side to side and push against it and breach and without dropping out of foil is really, really nice. And then in kite foil, obviously, the 755 is my favorite wing. I've been riding for like 6 years now. And we haven't been able to make it better because it just feels so good on the water. So between those two wings, it's a hard choice.
What about one thing about the one lock system that most riders don't know about, but should know about?
I think it's that excitement to take your foil apart, right? Like it's so easy that you just choose to do it and throwing it in the back of your car. Obviously I could talk about like how smooth it is on the water and stuff like that, but that's more of the feel thing that people need to just experience themselves. But it's so easy to just throw it in someone's car that you just always have a foil in your car, right? Like I go to Seattle to visit my friends every once in a while. I'll just throw a dock start setup in there. And when we're driving around, we go get lunch or something like that. I'll just click it together super quickly and then go to pump around a little bit, try not to get wet, and then come back. And so that's really an added benefit of just getting on the water as fast as possible. That I really enjoy. But yeah, obviously all the other things that I've spent an hour talking about.
What's the most underrated skill a foiler should practice?
Switching feet. For sure.
It's a good
one. When I was learning how to kite foil, there's this spot here. People kite at the event site, and then you can go up to Wells Island, which is upwind a little bit. And I would go out. I'd ride like probably 50 meters and do a foot swap and turn around and come back. Ride 50 meters, do another foot swap. And I'd slowly be going upwind and I'd try to make it to Wells Island. And if I didn't make it, I'd restart and keep trying that foot swap back and forth. And I didn't think of it then. I just liked the challenge of trying to get to Wells through foot swapping. But when I'm riding at the hatch now, I can ride either way. I can switch my feet on the wave with the wing down. And I think it's really helpful for both riding swell and getting into the right position as quickly as possible, but also avoiding other people and avoiding boats and stuff like that. And also getting up in weird conditions, or like you go out right foot forward when you're left foot foiler in waves. You need to be able to get up on foil as quickly as possible. So yeah, riding both ways on your feet.
It's an interesting one. I think if you come from windsurfing, you kind of naturally go both ways, right? But if you come from surfing or something, you obviously you've got a way you prefer. And I see plenty of people with boards with only 2 foot straps on, for example. Mm-hmm. Whereas I find that as a ex windsurfer pretty bizarre, because
it's also bad for hips and back, right? Like if you're always riding the same way, your body's going to get all twisted. So it's really important to kind of balance that out. The other thing I've been trying to do is ride one-footed for as long as possible. Winging, it's kite foil is really easy, right? Because you got so much lift. Winging, it's pretty easy. And actually, foil driving, I've started to try to ride just one-footed on the board with nothing to lean against. And it's just like anything you do to kind of practice your balance just helps you overall when you actually need it in precarious.
How would you describe foiling in one word? What comes to mind for you?
I think efficiency is definitely the word that I use all the time. I mean, you could say like it's freedom or flying or things like that. But at the end of the day, the reason we do it is because it's efficient. You can get out in lighter winds. You can ride smaller waves. You can go faster. It's a smoother feel overall.
Yeah. And what's the next big foiling adventure or challenge on your horizon? What do you...
I don't know. I got kind of addicted to crossing from land to an island or island to island. Obviously, I'd like to do it with a GPS and things like that versus just a compass like I did last time. But I think that challenge of kite foiling long distances is kind of fun. I think going to Peru would be a great trip. That's on my bucket list, and Mauritius as well, obviously. Mm-hmm. So one of those 3 for sure, if not all 3. Just need to find the time.